Socialists in the City is on tonight. A proxy war in New York underway. The insurgent socialist slate versus the Democrat Party establishment, vying for top spots in Congress. Schumer and Jeffries are sweating this evening.
Polls closing at 9 p.m. Eastern, and what happens in New York doesn't stay in New York. If these radical candidates take the cake, expect more cities and states to look for their own slice of socialism. Mamdani's recipe all along.
It's not just a question of electing more Democrats, it's a question of electing better Democrats. So we live in the most expensive city in the United States of America. We've made it very clear that we need to transform the city into one that each and every person can afford.
They are loud, they are proud, they are Democrat socialist, and they are ready to infiltrate Congress to, quote, tax the rich, block the bombs, and build an affordable New York for all through raising taxes, that is.
This Bernie-inspired, Zoran-executed takeover project is playing the long game, and it starts tonight. Don't believe us? Just watch the campaign rallies.
I want you to get freaking greedy right now. Because Zoran is not enough. Mainstream media is going to go crazy. You know why? Because now you're going to have like half of Congress screaming free Palestine!
Captain Soviet has chosen 3 big candidates to stand behind. Their platforms: copy, paste, end any and all support for Israel, abolish ICE, housing for all, Medicare for all, and all of it run by the government. And their favorite tagline, tax the rich. Meet your local Marxists.
I'm a union organizer, an anti-war activist, I'm a democratic socialist. Running Congress right here in the hearts of the Commie Corridor. We have fascists in the White House.
We're making sure that we're fighting to abolish ICE so that we don't have to live under the terror of this institution.
And we're going to stand up and fight no matter how many times ICE arrests me or how many times Tom Homan threatens our city. That's what it means to be a New Yorker. We're taking on big money. We're taking on billionaires. We're taking on bullies.
Let's bring in New York Post columnist Karol Markowicz. Karol, great to see you. All right, so what we got happening in New York City, is this the beginning of something that you think is going to spread? Is this catching? Or is this just evidence that New York City is really royally screwed up right now?
Hi, Dagan and Brian. So nice to be on with you both. It's really both, right? Bad ideas are contagious. So if you're watching this from a red state right now, as I'm in right now, I think we need to be concerned that these ideas will spread. And socialism has failed every single time it's been tried throughout history. So these aren't going to be successful ideas. But I would say that right now they have a foothold in somewhere like New York, in part because a lot of sane New Yorkers left in the last few years, and because the Democrats have largely failed to enact any policies that really do help the people. It's been a one-party town for a long time. Democratic socialists are now saying, well, we could do it better. Of course, again, socialism failed every time it's been tried.
But Karol, what doesn't make any sense is that you have a socialist who's a mayor and this slate of candidates who are socialists. And New York City is socialist. It has city-owned and operated hospitals and the largest public housing unit or division in the entire nation, and it's god-awful. So anybody who's ever experienced or known anyone who's ever experienced public housing here, which has been charged by the Department of Justice on more than one occasion, and gone to a city-run hospital, knows how horrible it is, but they still vote for these people. And that's what, but they seem to think that, oh, I don't like Medicare, I need full, I need Medicare for all.
Right. I always like to remind people Medicare for all is just Medicaid for all. Once all have it, that's where we end up. Medicaid, which is a terrible system. Everybody who has any contact with it wants no part of it. Your point about public hospitals, public transportation, public housing, it's all uniquely terrible. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn, you know, nobody wanted to live in the project. It's not somewhere you wanted to grow up. And the fact is that these people are not going to make any of this better. They're just going to spread the misery and make it worse. And they kind of admit that. They say, we want to tax the rich. It's not fair that the rich people have this much. And they say that they're going to spend this money on, you know, X, Y, and Z. The truth is they've already had all of this money that they've misspent, and they've, you know, corruption has ran through that money faster than any policies could. And they're never going to get any of it done. And I think that that's what people are sort of hoping for here with Mamdani. People I know in New York are saying, well, he's not going to be able to push through his policies, so what's the big deal?
Right. Hey, I want to move on to this, Karol. A Brooklyn coffee shop now facing a Justice Department investigation after banning Democratic Congressman Dan Goldman over his support for Israel in a scathing, now deleted social media post. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon saying the DOJ has opened a civil rights probe.
Writing on X in part, quote, federal law prohibits public accommodations such as coffee shops from discriminating against patrons based on their race, religion, or national origin. These actions are not only reprehensible, they're potentially illegal. This erupted on social media when the coffee shop took a photo of Dan Goldman. Whether you like him or not, which I don't like him, but he was in there with his 7-year-old daughter, and then refunded his money and posted on social media, we see you stopped in by our shop today for a coffee. Do you see how it doesn't taste like genocide juice? And then mentioned AIPAC. It's not about Israel. It is about him being Jewish. And I want to note that John Levine did a deep dive into this coffee shop. Owes New York $400,000 in taxes, accused Israel of 9/11. Donated to Graham Plattner and has been repeatedly cited by the New York City health inspector. But again, this is intolerance in the name of tolerance and speaks to the fracture and how the Democrats have been pulverized as a party by the far left haters of Jews.
That's exactly right. And the thing is that these policies, this idea that, oh, we're not against Jews, we're only against Zionists, that comes from the Soviet Union. Soviet Union, which pretended to be this place where nobody was discriminated against or had any biases. Obviously they did. And so when they wanted to exclude Jews, they said, oh, we're not excluding Jews, we're only excluding Zionists. So it's the exact same language, the exact same ideas, just manufactured a little bit differently. And in Brooklyn now, it's really disappointing to watch Democrats stand by and let these radicals take over their party. And the fact that I have, you know, moderate or even just regular liberal Democrat friends who are quiet and not saying anything and hoping that this all passes, you can't sit by and hope communism doesn't hit you. It's going to hit you, and it's going to hit you hard.
What's the name of this coffee shop? Is it Poetica?
Yeah, the tagline on their website is radical hospitality.
Yeah, I would say Poetica meet justice. Poetica justice. Karol Markowicz, great to see you.
Thank you,
Have a good
guys.
night.
Thank you.
Great to see you.